talking about. I can't keep getting on that other shit, man. But I'm trying to tell this weather how it is, man. Hopefully y'all come in, people come in and see what's going on. Try to do this. Hey, here. You hear me? Here. Cause that TikTok be tripping, man. But anyway, so we currently see what's taking place in the United States, right? And everywhere else. We see these are worldwide events that is taking place. So let these people sit here and fool you guys. All right? These are worldwide events that is taking place. You see, we go in here, we talk about these tornadoes. Excuse me. But you pay attention where they talk about how the tornadoes increased. Not only have hurricanes started to grow more violent in the last decade, so has the average number of tornadoes striking the U.S. each year. When you boil down to the statistics, the picture forms shows that tornadoes are claiming more lives and causing more damage in the last decade. They are doing these things not only because there are more of them, but also because they are becoming more severe and more are occurring under more freakish circumstances. Like the situations that y'all seeing is not normal. These are like freak weather. The weather is like in some on some. It's like the incidents that the stuff that we seeing, right? Like this, for instance. No matter what you say, we are seeing decades worth of weather at one time. Now, a lot of y'all don't know this, but we are seeing decades of weather at one time, man. Right? Watch this. Literally, they not telling us this. The severe weather that we are seeing, right? See how they say, right? Where's this at? Right here. Right here, right? See how they say global weather patterns will become violent as summer and winter merge into a single season. This is what we are seeing right now. That's why our weather is becoming so violent due to this. We was talking about this last night. Our oceans heating up like they is, right? And they talk about this, right? They talk about the oceans heating up like they is. All the different situations that you should be watching for. The atmosphere, right? Right? The signs in the atmosphere. Hold on. Let's see. Reading the oceans right here, right? So see where they talk about the oceans over 71% of the surface of the earth, right? They store tremendous amounts of heat. They say and observe billions of tons of gas from the atmosphere each year. As major heat systems for our atmosphere, ocean plays a critical role in distributing of heat around our planet. They are both the thermostat of our atmosphere and the lungs of our earth. And they are nearing a catastrophic tipping point. And this is this is what they talking about right here. This is why this is not gonna stop. The weather that we seeing, it ain't gonna stop. It's just gonna keep getting worse. It's gonna keep getting worse. And right now we at that time to where it ain't gonna change over. Now when you I don't know if TikTok could give me a strike for this. I don't know. See, this the thing. I don't know how TikTok work either. I mean, whatever this is. I don't know how this shit work either. But I just want to show y'all. I don't know if they'll give me a strike for showing y'all a buddy video. Several weeks. So but I ain't gonna even play him. I'm gonna turn him down and I'm gonna show y'all. Hopefully they don't go. I'm gonna just show y'all the picture. But the ocean, see this? All this heating up right here, over there. All of this. This is why this ain't gonna stop. Okay, this right here is creating all of this right here. Now you see what's going on. You see what's happening in the United States right now. First, it started over in California because this system came in, but we got 4 more that's coming. 1, 2, 3, 4 that they see. So it's gonna get way worse than what you see right now. How these cities are being ground to pieces. Okay, this gonna continue to happen because these systems come now. Now just imagine we got 4 more systems coming. What we see now is part of the first system that came in, that first one. Okay, so we got 4 more that they see. This all through April. Man, it's gonna be crazy all through April. All cities ground to pieces, man. You gotta watch the oceans. Not only that, man. You see, they not telling us. They not telling us to they not telling us this part, right? They not telling us to watch these tornadoes. They not telling us to watch the hurricane. Man, y'all don't know what's coming. They not telling us to watch this shit. But as you look and see, the number of tornadoes have increased in what like the classification of them, like the scale of the number, has increased on a large scale, man. I'm talking about the well-constructed houses are being leveled to the ground, cars thrown. You witnessing that? We seeing that in real time. We are literally seeing this in real time. We watching this. We are watching this shit. The only thing that we ain't watching right now, that we ain't looking at, we ain't beginning to see yet, is this part. But we watching all of this. You see how they talk about we only begin to see this part in certain places where they say all above ground infrastructure such as highways and overpasses and bridges will be in a state of collapse. Man, in that time, ain't nobody gonna be able to drive. Ain't gonna be no driving. Cause how you gonna drive once the bridges and overpasses and highways, they talk about how the tornadoes gonna rip up the streets and shit. Man, listen, we way past the time of when we can do when we can do something. We passed that. We passed that time. Then you got the man-made gases mixing in the atmosphere. That's why they tried to go green, but we too far gone. You got the man-made atmosphere. You see this right here, where they say 7 years prior to its passage, its electromagnetic influence changes the core of the Earth and trigger major weather changes. This is what we are watching: the major weather changes, the unexplained sinkholes, and the bizarre weather or whatnot. We are watching this. It ain't gonna get no better than what you see now, okay? These streets and shit gonna start to collapse, man. The flooding coming. That shit coming, man. See how they say? It's the gravitational pull, man. Everything that you see that's going on, it's either the electrical charge between the sun and Nibiru, which are creating these solar flares and these X-class flares and M-class flares and all this shit. And you are witnessing the effects from that. But as Nibiru passes, it's getting close. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? We got confirmation all around the world, man, that this thing is here. Now, don't get it confused. This right here, like I try to show y'all, this right here is not Planet X. That's not Planet X right there. That's the second sun. That comes in before Planet X comes in. And that's why a lot of us need to do our research, man, because we don't know what the fuck we talking about. Yes, babe. We don't know what we're talking about as a people. But there's ancient accounts, ancient records on this stuff. So you see that right there? Now, this could be causing some of the effects on the earth too, far as like different effects, but we don't know because we ain't studying this stuff. But I got a lot of videos. You see them two, this right here lets you know that there's 2 objects in the sky, okay? There's 2 lens flares right there, 2 objects. These are the 2 objects in the sky. That is not Planet X. That's the second sun, okay? That's what comes before this thing comes. This is the sign right here that the Most High gave us. Same thing in Revelations. Then came the day when all things became still and apprehensive, for God caused a sign to appear in the heavens, so that man should know that the earth would be afflicted. And the sign was a strange star. So that's what we're looking at. That's that strange star. But then after that strange star, you know what I'm saying? This comes. This right here. Planet X, which is a destroyer. Same thing right here. And it has come over and over and over again. And that's why we need to read. Okay? Literally study. Because this thing has come like 3 times already. You go into the book of creation, and I want y'all to know who y'all dealing with. You are dealing with the God of Abraham. Same God of Abraham. It features detailed accounts of how the 10 plagues of Exodus devastated the mighty empire. Same people. 3600 anthology penned. It's about the Hebrews. These are the same people. When they talk about the Cobran Bible, 3600 year offers a unique. Hold on. We ain't even got to read all that. We ain't even got to go all of that. But where was we at? Because it was recorded around the same time as the Bible. The books of scholars, Egyptian texts were penned by the Egyptian academics following the Hebrew Exodus, and the last 5 books are called the Celtic texts and were penned by Celtic priests following the death of Jesus. Okay? So, the destroyer with the Celtics called the Frightener. This is all in this book, all of this, okay? So they give detailed account, man, on what took place, because a lot of people don't really know what's happening, but it's also inside of the King James Bible. It's the same thing. They basically saying the same thing, but this break it down a little bit. It gives it like a more, man, it breaks it down way different. Okay, so when you go into the King James, it tells you, right, when you step into the King James, right, it's the same sign. Remember how they said that God gave us a sign, which was a strange star, right? Then they tell you how the star grew. It grew. The star grew to a wax, to a great brightness, right? Because the star looked dull like that. It's a brown dwarf. Closer that it get, is bringing upon the world destruction. You go continue to see these earthquakes. You go continue to see the tornadoes and all of this. I have so much information on this stuff. Okay, so as this thing comes in, this is coming behind it, which is Planet X, the so-called destroyer. That's the what they got on the news, and there's a mothership coming in our solar system. Yeah, this is the purifier. So when you go into the Bible, right, you go into Revelations. This is the 6th seal itself. This stuff is here, happening in real time. They say, and then a great wonder appeared in the heavens. There was a woman who was clothed with the sun. That's the woman that is clothed with the sun, okay? It's not going to be no sky woman, no European, no African. It's literally a celestial object. The woman that's clothed with the sun, she has objects going around her. Y'all don't even know it. Nobody knows this, but this is all celestial, okay? There was a woman who was clothed with the sun. The moon was positioned under her feet. She had a crown of 12 stars on her head, okay? Then another wonder appeared in the heavens, right? What that is, though. There was a giant red dragon. The dragon tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky. What is this dragon, right? What is this dragon? People want to know what this dragon is, right? People, what you looking at right here? What is that? That is a winged planet right there. For those of y'all that don't see what's taking place in our sky. You see this? Look at the tail. Look at the debris tail on that thing. So when we go into this, right? See the Chinese got this. They got this old mythology that talk about, you see, hold on, let me let it go a little bit closer real quick. Okay. The Chinese got this Chinese mythology, right? Another great example of the destroyer comes from the Chinese mythology. The Chinese have an ancient tradition of a celestial dragon, right? Chasing the red pearl, okay? Within the clouds above. This unique gem has flames rising from the fiery surface. Now, you see the pearl. That's what that is. That's that right there. The tail right? It's like faint in between, just a little bit. Now pay attention, right here, right? See how faint it is right there? Then it gets thick. That's the debris, that's the tail. That's the tail chasing the pearl. You look close, you can't deny the fight. You can't deny the winged planet. That is a winged planet right there, man. You can't deny that. You see the wings on the back. That you see the wings, okay? You can't deny what you're seeing right there with your own eyes. That is a winged planet, and it looks just like this, right? When you're looking at it, when you're staring it in the face, man, it looks just like this from the side, right? That's the same thing. We only seeing it from the side. They're looking at it from a, they're showing you how it is winged on both sides. But you're only looking at it from a side. This is the same object that you are looking for. Same wing planet. And then it has this debris tail on the back of it. Now, for folks that don't know what's going on, this is the end of this here world cycle. And all of us were here at this time. We put here for some reason. We are here. We chose to be here at this time. We have chose to be here at this time of what's going on. This is the real end of this world cycle. Now, you see that right there? That is Planet X so-called itself. See the wings? See the debris tail? See how it's faint right there, but then it get thick right there? It covers a whole fifth part of the sky, right? This is what we're looking at. This is why you start to hear about all these different effects about, oh, there was meteors and all this and that, all these different effects that they talk about. And then some of this stuff they lie and say it was Starlink, and some stuff they can't explain, right? And it all has to do with this thing right here, this object, what you're seeing in the sky, the winged planet that is currently, either it's here or shit is coming in. But they tell us where we'll be able to see it at, right? Same thing, what they say. All right, let's go to the chart. Show y'all this real quick. I ain't gonna be on here long. I ain't never really got on YouTube like that. I ain't never, this my, you know what I'm saying, like third time really getting on here. I'll be trying to explain this stuff on TikTok, and they be blocking me. Not blocking me, but like shadow banning me, man. Like, they don't want nobody to know the information or something. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But shit, TikTok might do this, YouTube, whatever this is, might do the same thing. So anyway, they talk about where it will be seen at, right? Where we go see it at, right? We already know this. Let me show y'all. See, they talk about the alignments and all of this, right? See the portal pouring out of the water, Aquarius, the water bearer, right? This is the time of the truth. All these things taking place right here. See, this was supposed to be in 2009, so now people could probably see it everywhere. It will be clearly visible as it will be clearly visible at night as a bright reddish object to those living in the southern hemisphere. What are you looking at? It will be clearly visible at night as a bright reddish object to those living in the southern hemisphere, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. I just got to read that. What let me see that. Let's see. Right. I've been looking into that. But so you're currently seeing it, man. You're seeing these things and these different effects, like when they talk about the global weather patterns. The global weather patterns will become violent as summer and winter merge into a single season. Okay? We watching that. We literally watching that. And not only is we watching that, but we're watching this. The average magnitude of earthquakes will continue to increase, and hurricanes and tornadoes will be far more powerful, okay? We're watching that. We're watching this. The weather patterns will be more extreme all around the world, this is that La Nina that you was just talking about. The more prolonged drought and periods of severe rainfall will no longer be the exception. They will be the rule. Consequently, global weather patterns will reverse themselves, and where there was rain, there will be drought. Vice versa. You are literally watching this in real time. When you just said that about that La Nina, you are literally watching that in real time. Okay? And a lot of these people they ain't gonna understand what's going on. But the system know, man. They know that this is the end. That's why they got y'all in a state of confusion. Ain't nobody coming back to crack the sky to save you, or none of these things, man. Y'all need to read, dog. For real. All of this stuff is celestial. They got people so confused that you gonna be lost in the time, and you gonna self-destruct. These storms that they talk about, right? The disasters that you are seeing, the tornadoes and all of these things, right? Disaster will soon spread from nation to nation, nation to nation. They will come like powerful storms to all faraway places on the earth, right? Why though? Because the destroyer will come against every town. Not one town will escape. The Lord said this will happen. Now y'all better be paying attention, man. You gotta be paying attention to this stuff. What's taking place on the surface of the land. All right? The day of the Lord is amongst us, man. And when I say the day of the Lord, I ain't talking about nobody coming to crack the sky open and coming to save you. Because that ain't they lied to you. And that's why you must read, study to show thyself approval, right? You gotta study. You gotta get up in these books. Anyway, so see, the Lord is going to lay waste the earth and devastate it. He will ruin its face and scatter its inhabitants. It will be the same for the priests as for the people. There's no such thing as a rapture. It will be the same for the priests as for the people. There's no such thing as a rapture, okay? For the master as for her servant, for the mistress as for his servant, for the seller as for his buyer, for the buyer, for the borrower as for the lender. For the debt, he said, for the debtor as for the creditor, the earth will be completely laid waste and totally plundered. The Lord has spoken, right? Right? So this is that whole thing, this whole pole shift, right? Check it out. You people of the earth, right? Check it out. You people of the earth, whosoever flees, well, we could read it from the top. Glory to the righteous one, right? But I said, I waste away, right? Woe to me, right? He said, you people of the earth, whosoever flee the sound of terror will fall into a pit. Whosoever climbs out of that pit will get caught up in a snare. The floodgates of heavens are open, right? The foundation of the earth shake. The earth is broken up. The earth is split asunder. The earth violently shaken. The earth reels like a drunkard, sways like a hut in the wind. So heavy upon his guilt of its rebellion, it falls, never to rise again. In that day, the Lord will punish the powers of it in the heavens above, and the kings on the earth. So what have you been taught? Because they've been lying for a long time. Now, this is the day of the Lord. No such thing as no rapture. It will be the same for the priests as for the people. Same thing. Gonna be the same day. This gonna be the devastation of the earth. Same thing that happened with Noah. Same thing that took place with Noah and his people. It's gonna be the same thing. And what made that happen with Noah and his people is the destroyer. The destroyer will come against every town. It's the same thing. It's happening over again. When you go into these ancient accounts, you go into this stuff, right? The last account that we got of this thing was during the Exodus. This is the last account that this thing came. This is the last account that they got that this thing came. The last time that it came here. The dark days began with the visitation. The dark days began with the last visitation of the destroyer, and they were foretold by strange omens in the skies, and all men were silent and went about with pale faces. This is the last time the Exodus triggered the destroyer during the time of these Hebrews, the time of the other. Get off me, dog. What you on? Let's see. This was the last time this thing came, man. last time it came during the Exodus. That's the last time they got this thing coming through. But the first time they had, when the Most High destroyed the earth with the giants, you see, it is known that a story comes down from the ancient times. There was not one creation, but two creations, a recreation, and he said a creation and a recreation, right? It is a fact known to the wise that the earth was utterly destroyed and reborn on the second wheel of creation. So, you see this right here, right? He said, at this time of the great destruction of the earth, God caused the dragon from out of heaven to come and encompass her about. Now, what did they say in Revelations? I don't think nobody listening. You go into the book of Revelations, man. This is currently happening, man. Go into the book of Revelations, right? I told y'all, the second son appears first. The second son appears first. This sixth seal being broke, man. Literally right in front of your eyes. That's why this beast system coming, all this shit happening right before your eyes, man. Because they say, you know, all men, like humans don't die. Like the whole, you know, they literally tell you if you read it, y'all got to read it. But see, that's not Planet X, right? So that's not Planet X right there. That's the second son. But that's all in Revelations. Then the second sign, right? Because the first sign is the second son appearing in the heavens. The woman clothed with the sun, right? The moon positioned under her feet. That's that right there. Then the red dragon, you see how they just said that God caused the dragon from out of heaven to come and encompass her about. The dragon was frightful to behold, and it lashed its tail. Remember how that debris tail I keep talking about, right? So you go in Revelations. Then another wonder appeared in the heaven. There was a giant red celestial dragon. The tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and threw them down to the earth. You see that? These are the same people. This is the same accounts. This is the same thing that is going on. I don't know why they didn't give us more, you know, like how the Cobra and Bible do. I don't know. You see how it talks about the tail, right? It says the dragon was frightful to behold, and it lashed its tail. Damn, the same thing what Revelation say, right? Then another wonder appeared in the heavens. There was a giant red dragon. The dragon tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and threw them down to earth. Now, y'all paying attention? You see what's going on now? Because this shit is right in the sky. Excuse my language. This stuff is right in the sky, man. It's right there. It's right in front of us. This is the dragon, the so-called dragon. Same thing that the Chinese talk about. Same thing. The dragon trace, well, that's the pearl. That's the so-called pearl. And here's the dragon itself, the debris. Tail all over there, right? See how it was faint? Okay, so it says the dragon lashed its tail, right? Where is it? See this? The dragon lashed its tail. You are witnessing, you are looking at it. 2023, and they said that this thing supposed to really arrive in our solar system by 2030. You are looking at it. What is that? Huh? What is that? That is a winged planet right there. Okay? This was just in 2023. This is a winged planet right there. Same thing that you're looking at. You're looking at it from one side. They're showing you the whole side. You're looking at it from one side. A winged planet. Move. And this is the debris tail. See how the tail is faint? It's a little bit faint right there. But the tail covers like a fifth part of the sky. And we will soon see meteors. That's why they getting so many records. Oh, we seen such and such in California. Oh, this was in the sky. Because these things are really taking place in the sky. Now, as the earth tilt, right? As it tilt, these floods and things will begin to happen. All these tsunamis and all of this. Just like the times of Noah. People was real live lost. They going to be sitting here waiting on man to come and save them. Now, this book is telling us that everything, it's telling us literally that God has never walked the earth, and all these things was made up by men. All these are the tales of men. They listen, I'm telling y'all, man, get your stuff in order, man. This is really, they really got us in this, we more confused than we ever been, ever. We so lost. We really lost, and they know it. They know it because they study the stars and stuff, and they try to keep you away from it, even though the Most High told you this. They will try to keep you away from it, even though he told you this, right? There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and on the earth, nations will be in anguish, in perplexity. The ruin of at the move, man. It's my little dog, man. I just got him like 2 months ago. But anyway, a month ago, something. But anyway, there will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. On earth, nations will be in anguish and perplexity, and at the ruin of and tossing of the seas. Right. So the signs is in the sun, the moon, and the stars. Hey, put dude in this cage or somewhere. Move down, down. But yeah, we are currently witnessing this stuff, man. We alive at a great time. I don't know if people in this world know what's taking place right now, right? But we literally know there's too many accounts of what they saying about the Most High being, where to find him and all this. See, they don't give you all these different accounts in different Bibles, in the King James, but they literally telling you, right, these things. It's the same thing, Hebrew text, but you see right here where they say, it is written from the olden days, the tales of strange things and great happenings in the times of our fathers, who lived in the beginning. All men can know such times is declared in the book of ages, but the gods had their birth and events. Move, man. Their birth and events and things which were in the beginning. He say, it is told that in the courtyards there was a time in heaven when in heaven the earth were not apart. Hey, put them back in the thing. Truth echoes even there. For heaven and earth are yet joined in men. Y'all see this? It is told in the courtyards, right, that there was a time when heaven and earth were not apart. Truth echoes even there. For heaven and earth are yet joined in men. It is written that God once walked the earth with men and dwelt within a cave above the garden where man labored. God encompasses all that put him in a cage, man. That is and cannot be contained in the cave. Look to the sacred writings for the truth. It is told that woman made God angry, and he took himself into heaven he took himself into the sky, removing heaven from man because of his disgust for the woman. Thanks. It is also told that man offended God by imitating him. These are tales made by man, okay? These are tales made by man. This is not part of wisdom, for the sacred writings reveal plans of God, and these things cannot be as told. It is talked of the courtyard. Okay. It is the talk of the courtyards. It is the knowledge of the outer place. So all of these things are tales, right? And this goes into the book of the manuscripts, literally about the Pharaoh, Moses, okay, his father. It talks about their family. All of this, it talks about, Noah, how the flood came, how Pharaoh's first son died, how they just chased down the Israelites, all this different stuff. All this stuff is in here, man. So, they giving real live record of account of how the earth was made, like how the Most High literally made man. You see, you go to the book of creation, and I ain't trying to get off the Planet X subject. I'm just showing y'all that this is real. This stuff is really taking place. You see how they give so much like information on how things was created, even the earth, and it all makes sense. Down. Right? It says the love of God penetrated the third veil and became the seed of the souls within the soul sea. The body of man God made of water and the things of earth, breathing into him the spirit of life that he might live. But man, when young, lived only to eat, drink, and fornicate. For being conscious only of earth, he only knew earthly things. He only knew earthly things and earthly ways. Down. So they go into deep record, man. And it also tells us how he ended the first time, the first earth, the first world, whatever. The recreation and the creation, the destruction and the recreation. It talks about all these different events that took place and that is taking place right now. You see how he goes in, he says, then come the day when all things became still and apprehensive, for God caused a sign to appear in the heavens so that man should know that the earth would be afflicted. And the sign was what? The sign was what? All these signs is around. He told you to look. He told you, though, in the King James, where your signs will be at. There will be signs in the moon, the sun, and the stars. He showed you that, man. He showed you. Something that you ain't gonna never been ever. There's a sign right there. See that? Two lens flares. There's two objects there, right? You see how dull that one is? See that? You know why? The star grew and waxed to a great brightness, and it was awesome to behold. You see that? The star grew and waxed to a great brightness, and it was awesome to behold. It put forth horns and sang, being like any other ever seen. So man, seeing it, said among themselves, surely this is God appearing in the heavens above us. The star was not God, though it was directed by his design, but people had not the wisdom to understand. You see what's going on now? Y'all see that? Right? And then right after that come, this is all in your Bible. This is everywhere on all these ancient accounts. All these ancient people talk about this. They all got the same stories, okay? And we are living this. We are currently witnessing this, right? Look at this though. Let me show y'all some stuff in real time though. Look at this. Y'all want to see some stuff in real time? Real time. This in real time right now. What we living in, right? And I believe that we all were put here, right? We all came here for this reason on our own, right? So you see this right here, right? The whole sky gonna start to turn different colors, and it's currently happening right now, right? Red, purple, green, all these different colors, right? See how they say as Earth approaches the position between Planet X and the Sun, a serious risk emerges that we will be struck with electrical discharges between the two giants. This would cause extremely violent electrical and atmospheric effects. Y'all see what's going on with these atmospheric rivers? That's what we're watching. This is what you are witnessing, right? On the Earth, because of solar superstorms. Y'all don't see what's going on? Look at this. Look at what's going on with the sun, the CMEs, all this stuff that's happening, right? That would unleash terrible CME eruptions. We would literally see fire raining down from the sky as plasma forms in the atmosphere with strange glowing colors. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at the plasma. Look at this in France. This was not too long. This was like a couple weeks ago, a week ago. Look at this in France. Look at this. Look at the plasma forming in the sky in France, right? See that? Now, this shit is crazy because we are really witnessing these times. We watching the natural, man, listen, when they talks about, right, they literally, right, the things that is happening with these two objects, how they talk about, unfortunately, Earth will put us between Planet X and the Sun, and these two astronomical behemoths will duke it out, right? With unimaginable electrical blows. This is currently taking place right now. That's why a piece of the sun was ripped off and all of this shit that they talk about that's happening in the sky. But right here, pay attention to this, right? The average magnitude earthquakes. I'm finna get off of here in a second, about like 2 minutes. But see this? Now these are by the minutes, hours, right? See this? Now as you go through, you see how many earthquakes we done had within hours, okay? Within hours. The average magnitude earthquakes, we got over hundreds of earthquakes and we ain't even made it. How long we been? Hey man, go to sleep. Get on or something. I gotta get off here, man. I gotta get my house in order. But But yeah, man, y'all see it, man. This was 4 hours ago. Y'all see how fast I'm strolling, man. I gotta move fast. I apologize, but I'll be back. But yeah, y'all see it, man. Within hours, man. You see? The average magnitude of earthquakes will continue to increase, and hurricanes and what? Tornadoes will be far more powerful. Weather patterns will be more extreme, where? All around the world, right? And that drought that you've seen in California, it's leaving now. And here comes the floods. More prolonged drought and periods of severe rainfall will no longer be the exception. They will be the rule. Consequently, global weather patterns will reverse themselves, and where there will rain, there will be drought, vice versa. We are watching this in real time. Planet X has a high mass and a high level of magnetism. It disrupts the surface of any planet that it passes. 7 years prior to its passage, its electromagnetic influence changes the core of the Earth and triggers major weather changes, seismic activity and volcano eruptions, and unexplained sinkholes. Y'all see what's going on now? Y'all see where we at? Triggers major weather changes. The core of the Earth stop, right? Seismic activity, right? Volcano eruptions, unexplained sinkholes, and bizarre weather accompany its return. So-called global warming is a cover story, right? Planet X, the Earth is heating up from the core outward because of the approach of Planet X. So we are currently watching all this stuff in real time. Do I agree with everything? No. But the reason why I agree with most of it is because what we are watching in real time. What we are watching in real time, okay? What we are watching in real time. Planet X arrival will create an event that occurs on the surface of the sun that releases tremendous amount of energy in the form of a solar flare or coronal mass ejection, which will be an explosive burst of high energy, right? Explosive burst of very hot electrified gas that has that mass that exceeds that of Mount Everest, right? Knocking out the grids, all this stuff. Now, I believe most of that. But this, all of this, most of 90% of this, I truly believe, okay? And these things are happening, and it's only going to be so long before all the above infrastructure, highways, and overpasses start being a state of collapse. So, yeah, man, do your study, because this thing is here, and we are watching this in real time, and I appreciate y'all for coming out, man. But look around you. It ain't gonna get no worse than what it is. Remember, a boy can marry a boy now. A girl can marry a girl. You know what they say in the Cobran Bible? You know what they say? Look what they said, right? Let's pay attention to what they said, because we are now watching these things in real time, man. In real time. Where we at? Right here, right? He said, now in those days, right? Where we at? Let's see. Let's see. Right here. Right here, man. Man will fly in the air as birds and swim in the sea as fishes. Man will talk peace with one another. Hypocrisy and deceit shall have their day. Women will be as men, and men as women. Passion will be a plaything of men. Okay? You are currently witnessing this in real time. Women is men. Man is women. You can go on TikTok. They got a debate that trans women is women. No, 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 no. See, we living in this time, and people want to deny it. But you know what? They denied it then, and you gonna deny it now too. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. Y'all be safe, and love and peace, man. Oh yeah, happy Sabbath.